Choose one of these hearts for your love message and go to the timestamp listed below. Pile number 1, your message for this week to attract more love. Oh, you got the soulmate card. Look, yes, this is your soulmate. So there you go. I don't think I need to say any more about that because somebody out there is already probably jumping up and down, doing cartwheels and woo, yeah, fist pumping their hand in the air. Yeah, this is the one. This is the one. Oh, look, now you got the trust card. You need to have trust in a relationship in order for it to flourish. So, you were here to ask the question, is this your soulmate? And they're saying, yeah. So what is it that you're not trusting? Work on that. Ask yourself what it is that made you ask the question in the first place. Why didn't you trust yourself and your own instincts? Or is there something about them that you need to address and have a conversation with them to get things cleared up? Because you want to start this relationship or keep this relationship on the best level, and you can't do that without trust. So now we have, it's not rejection, it's redirection. So just remember, because you don't get your way or the last person didn't choose you, doesn't mean that you're not right for this person. So, okay, what I just got really strongly was that it's not this person that's going to reject you. You're still feeling the rejection, insecurity from the last person who broke up with you, maybe the last few people, if you've been broken up with a few times. And this was the universe trying to make space for this person. So I want you right now to understand that that pain you went through was only because you thought that you wouldn't get someone else. And now here you are, and they're saying, we're bringing you that and better. So was it really worth those tears? Was it really worth those tears of the person who said, I don't really want to see you anymore? And you said, boo, I'm hurt, my heart is broken. And the universe is going, oh, sweetheart, oh, baby, we're going to bring you somebody so much better. And you can't see it right now. But you had to cry and you had to get through it because it hurt your feelings. And that's great. But now I want you to understand that soulmate and that trust factor is going to be so off the charts that I want you to see the lesson of the rejection from before meant nothing. It was wasted, salty tears, okay? Wasted, because you're being brought that and better. So now it says you may not get the reaction you want if you decide to tell them they are your divine counterpart. Now, this is important because soulmates, it doesn't mean they're... let's be clear. When you find a soulmate, it means two people have been in another cycle together. They recognize each other's spirits. They feel comfortable with each other. They probably speak the same language. They just get each other. But that doesn't mean it's a given that they will make the choice to be with you. So this is spirit saying they are your soulmate. You can trust them. Get over your past hurt, and then hold up a minute before declaring your ultimate love. Because maybe this was one of your problems in the past, was you jumped too fast and it made the other person antsy, or you startled them, you scared them. So this is one time where they're saying, yes, 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 your instincts are right. This is your soulmate, but please don't say I love you first. Please wait for them to say it. Okay, even if it's you're going, they're saying, hold on. Can you just trust that they're the right person? Because 20 years from now, you're going to go, wow, that seemed like silly that I was so insecure that I needed to have it said immediately. And they're saying, wait for it. All the best things will happen in the right time. So don't jump the gun or push the issue. Don't feel like you have to say anything. Let them say it first this time. Okay? And those are your love messages for this week. So, congratulations that this person's coming into your life, but please make sure you don't jump too fast. Wishing you all the best. Take care. Message number 2 for this week, you chose getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. I love this card because this can be about you found somebody, that's a friend, And this is saying, you know what? Take the time, enjoy the time together. It's going to be fantastic. You might have just found your new best friend. You may have just found your soulmate or your partner. But either way, give it some time and get to know them. Receptive, be ready to receive what fate has planned for you. So they're bringing somebody into your life that is, going to give you some options and some challenges and some changes. And are you receptive to it? Are you ready to have some fun? Because with this getting to know each other card, they might be bringing some fun. They might be bringing some things that you wouldn't normally have thought about or you would never have tried. And they're saying, do it, right? Just span out a little bit. Try something new. Be open to it. So although this journey may be filled with thorns, the ways you are blossoming are beautiful. So if you're open to change and you're open to trying new things and you're open into this new relationship deepening and you're having more intimate conversations with these people, with this person, this is amazing. This is just absolutely fantastic for you because this is beautiful no matter who you are or what relationship you're in. You've got this beautiful green light here to say, this is everything for you. Okay, I want you to know that, feel that, truly feel that. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but that person might also introduce you to someone who's a romantic partner. So remember that. Don't go, oh, just a friend. Stop that. Stop that. This person's going to do a lot of things for you in the best of ways. Now it says time is an illusion. Stop worrying. So this truly, truly just leads me to believe that somebody out there is going, oh, I just want to be married already. Do you? Because I think that you might be thinking about a fantasy a little bit or rushing time because you are where you're supposed to be. If you jump too fast into a life that you're not ready for, if you've never learned to swim and you're thrown into the pool, you may drown. I mean, you may learn to swim, you may, but you may also drown. And that's what this is about. If you try and rush anything, this friendship or a relationship or wanting to be something because the rest of the world is, stop it. Just absolutely stop it. I've met people that didn't get into serious relationships because they were busy in their career until they were in their 40s. I've met people that, weren't actually in love until their 60s. And then you talk about people with careers that didn't even start their career till they were in their 60s. So time is an illusion. I want you to really, really understand that. There is no race to get married, to be with a partner, to have children or not have, please stop putting these deadlines on yourself for your relationships because it's only damaging. It's very damaging. You can do that with goal setting, but you can't goal set a relationship. Okay, it's not how it works. You got to be united. But it looks like you've got somebody in your life that is absolutely amazing. And I'm excited for you because it feels more like they're a friend. And this friend is going to open you up. It's going to, get you trying new things in life. And you're going to meet new people. And that's how it's going to lead you to a deeper partnership, or a romantic partnership, I should say. And for others of you, this is your romantic partner and they're opening up things. But please do not rush when you're going to move forward, okay? Because this is all about the experience, not the timeline. And that is your message for this week. I am wishing you all the love. Take care. Message number 3, your main message for this week is reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Now, my head just started to throb. I just thought of someone's estranged from a family member, and that's what's bringing someone back. It's not always going to be, and I know somebody out there was like, "Ooh, is my ex coming back?" That's not what I'm getting from this. It doesn't mean that isn't the case because there's so many people in the world. There's so many scenarios, but the one that just made my top of my head throb was the concept that somebody's family member is coming back, and I can't tell if it's good or bad. The fact that my top of my head is throbbing is saying it's not necessarily a good thing, but this is about drawing in more love, so let's go with that, okay? Oh, commitment. All right, commitment. Commitment is an important factor to achieve a successful relationship. If this is an ex, You have to deal with this commitment issue that broke you up in the first place. Maybe they're just coming back to ask for forgiveness, and that would be good for you. But maybe if this is any other kind of relationship, this is about they just weren't giving you the time and you had to let them go. So be careful here. I want you to listen to them with your heart, with your gut. What is your gut telling you? Are they sincere? Did they learn their lesson? Do they deserve to come back into your life? Because just because the reconciliation card is here, it's letting you know that someone is going to return. It does not mean that you have to accept them back, because it looks like the commitment issue here is the thing that obviously, I mean, if it's an ex, I'm going to say it, they cheated on you and you're like, that's why you broke up. So you have to deal with the idea that is there asking for forgiveness reason enough to allow them back in your life? And if it's another kind of relationship, a friendship, or a family member, are they willing to spend the time with you real time? Or are they still screwing around? Emotionally screwing around, like messing with you and using you. You don't want that back. You do not have to take them back. Now we have keep a journal. Maybe you already have some journals written and you need to go back into your journal and to the entries that were when you were dealing with this, and remind yourself what you were feeling so that you remember what really happened. Because a lot of times our memories are only good as the last memory we had of it. I know that's crazy, but it's true. Our recall is just the last memory that we had of it. So we do get a little faulty in our memory. But, this is what it's about, is deciding if this is right, and about keeping a journal. I got more of that if you go back to the journals that you had or memories of why this happened, more so than starting to write. But I do believe writing is good therapy, and I do strongly encourage it. So maybe from going on, if you don't have a journal, that you start keeping one so that you get your emotions out on paper. It is very satisfying. It really does feel like you unload onto the paper. So now we got more writing. Look, write a letter confessing your feelings and then burn it. So this is a good, helpful exercise, but I want you to be quadruple careful that if you are going to do a burning ritual, that you do it in a safe spot, in a some type of container that is fireproof, that please be careful. I don't want anybody out there getting hurt or burned or have a problem. So what also you can do, even if you're not comfortable with fire, just write out every single thought, even if it's nasty, as nasty as you want to be, because nobody's going to read it, and then tear it up, right? Tear it up. So that way no one will find it. Tear it up or cut it up into such tiny pieces that it can't be taped together, or nobody's going to bother. And maybe even, here's another good idea, put some of the letters and part of the pieces in different trash cans, because nobody's going to go through 14 different trash cans. Understand what I'm saying? And that's your tip for this week, that somebody is coming back, but please be careful, because you don't have to accept their nonsense again. You may, but you're going to have to deal with the commitment problem that happened. And those are your love messages for this week. I am wishing you all the best. Take care. Message number 4. For you, your main message is pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Okay, well, this is letting you know very much that your instinct is right. So you're seeing something and you're getting that little niggle like, oh, that's not right. Listen to it. Absolutely listen to your intuition. If something doesn't look right, if something isn't right, make sure you address it. Now we have admire. It's time to think of everything that you admire in your partner. So why are you in love with them? Why did you fall in love with them? And this is taking me to a couples relationship, not single. So I'm sorry if you're single and you're here. Please feel free to choose any of the other messages, even in prior weeks, because I believe we find the messages when we need them. But this definitely has to do with a current relationship. that I see anchors on their fingers, and all I can think of is somebody feels like they're stuck. And that's why you need to go back and figure out what you fell in love with and what is the problem. What is the red flag you're seeing? Learn to discern. Only share information with those who have your back. Now, why this is important is because the red flag that comes up, is it because somebody else says something to you about your partner? Because not everybody is going to appreciate them the way you do, which is why I see the admire card here. You are with them for a reason. So don't listen to other people's garbage about your partner or your spouse. Make sure you're going to them with the red flag, or if somebody has mentioned something to you and it made you feel uncomfortable because they're like, well, guess what? I saw your spouse or your partner doing. And if they're trying to do that, you need to, first of all, tell them to shut the hell up. Second of all, you need to go to your partner or your spouse and talk to them about it, not listen to the gossip. And that's really what I got off that card. Be careful what you share with other people, because even in your frustration of talking about your partner or your spouse, you're bringing a negative aspect of that person. So don't expect, let's say you're constantly talking to your best friend about how your partner is constantly talking to other people and it's making you feel uncomfortable. Well, that's just making them say, why are you with them? And they're going to give you all kinds of reactions based on their experience. And they love you and they care about you too. So it's not like your friend is not trying to protect you. But now you're just putting negative things about your partner or your spouse into your friends or your parents or your family's mind. So be careful who you share information with, that they have. They're not going to judge the person that you're talking about, right? That there's equal measure given to both parties, if that makes sense, which is why you have counselors. You need third party people who are not invested in, just saying, I'm on your side, that's it, they suck, right? That is not helpful, okay? It is not helpful. So now we have your last card out for this week is don't read into communication. Listen to what is being said. All right, so I'm going to go back to, because I strongly feel like you have someone in your life who may or may not, because of you complaining about your partner or your spouse, has been affected, their opinion's been affected by them. Okay, you did that. You kind of like, they're, bitch and complain about your partner and spouse, and now the person you were doing that with thinks, oh, they're an asshole, or they're a jerk, or they're a bitch, or whatever. So is there communication with you about it? Are they helpful? What are they saying that they're not saying? Because if you're talking to them, which you've already been told to watch who you say things to, okay, you might be hearing them tell you something that is not what they're saying. Because we can all communicate and say something, but how the other person interprets it is not necessarily the same thing. Do you get me? So by them running to you saying, I saw your partner or spouse somewhere that they thought they shouldn't be, what are they trying to do? The communication is actually them trying to rat out and make you pissed off. They're trying to turn you against your partner or your spouse. Do you understand? So don't read into what they said, read into what they're doing. And the same goes for when you bring up the red flag. If it really truly makes you uncomfortable and you're talking to your partner, what is their body language saying? Okay, because that will tell you everything. Because maybe, unfortunately, I'm going to say it, maybe, just maybe, someone is doing something hurtful behind your back, and you need to be made aware of it so you can decide what is best for you moving forward. And whatever it is, you chose this pile because you need to be made aware of what's happening. Whether it's a friend who is just leading you down the path of resenting your partner, or if your partner's actually doing something, or if you have already had these red flag intuitive hits and you're like, I just don't want to bring it up because I don't want to hear the answer. But now is the time to address it, okay? So there you go. You got some choices to make, but whatever your situation is, I hope you get to the bottom of this, because you do deserve love and you are meant to be loved. So make sure you're getting the love you deserve. And until next week, I am wishing you all the best, okay? Take care.